Turn here. Welcome to spring 2022 and the most remote trail in Pennsylvania. Dang, I gotta go across that. Sometimes you gotta push yourself too. See what you're made of. The Donut Hole Trail starts on the west side here in Jericho, tiny village in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna take this road a little bit until it ends and hit the woods for 94 miles in 7 days. I've been planning this trail for months, ever since last year. A lot of preparation and hard work has gone into this trip. I'd like to send a shout out to Harry. Thank you very much for the ride here. I appreciate it so much. Already looking forward to those steaks and cold beers when I get out of here. After you walk through Jericho for a few minutes, you get to the end of the road. Looks like private property, but the trail goes through here. I've been on a trail 15-20 minutes, already crossed that 3 times. No really safe place to cross it without getting wet too, so. Well, I wasn't expecting it to be very dry in April, but I'm prepared for that. The sun's coming out, that's a good sign. Figure I warmed up enough. I actually took my pack off and stopped for a minute and took it all in. So right past the 3-mile marker, you pass this pipeline here. I want to do a little road walking now, I think. And my next landmark I'm looking for about 1.5 miles away is a sign called Bearfield Hollow, I believe. Hope it's not a field full of bears. Well, I'm really happy with this vest. I haven't thought about taking it off. Like, I'm not overly hot. I haven't been overly cold. It's like working. It's like perfect. I haven't felt like I had anything on. I'm so happy with this so far. Here I am on the top of Savage Mountain. I think this is the highest point of the Donut Hole Trail. Hands are cold. I'm just checking out this stream down here and by. I'm coming down into Cook's Hollow. I'm about 8.5 miles in on my day. I know what to get a full day in today. And plus I wanted to ease myself into this with a heavy pack. Ease myself into the big miles, that is. So. Looks like the trail's gonna turn away from it here. I'm at a turn in the trail, and I think I could set up a pretty good camp here. I got water. Looks like some nice trees. Looks pretty safe. Looks like the sky's clearing up, so I'm gonna call it for the day. Just under 9 miles, so I'll mark it on the map, show you where I am. I'm gonna make a camp here. Set up for the night. I'm still getting used to using this new ridge line I got from Dutchware. It's supposed to be a quicker setup system, but I'm still learning it, I think. And I think I set my tarp up a little too wide. You can see a little too far apart, wide like that. I got my doors quite all the way closed, but maybe when I sit in my hammock, I'll bring it down. I'm not expecting any rain tonight. Okay, so last night was pretty cold. Woke up and everything was frozen. Should be a nice warm day today. Just gotta watch out for some rain maybe. Doesn't look like anytime soon, but going for at least 15 miles today. It's about 9 o'clock now. My setup and breakdown was definitely rusty. I was walking back and forth, doing this and that so many times. But hey, maybe by day 5 or 6, I'll have it dialed in a little bit better. It took me an hour and a half to break down this morning. Oh my gosh, I was moving slow. It's like 27 degrees when I woke up. No, it was 30 degrees when I woke up. 27 degrees was the low overnight. Slept with my water filter in my pocket. It seemed to work out fine. It didn't really bother me too much. Now this is just maybe 1/10 of a mile or so from where I camped. Down there along Cook's Run, if you want to take a walk down there. Looks like a nice flat area for tents, even hammocks down there. I probably would have done that if I would have known. And there's a nice campsite here. There's some nice camping all along this Cook's Run as I was walking by it. Nothing really established, except for this does have a fire pit over there. This right away looks like it could work as a tent site. Got nice views here. It's at the 10-mile marker. I definitely would have thought about this if I would have known about it. This whole area looks like it would be fun to camp in the pines. Like I said, there's an established fire pit. First one I came across on the trail so far, 10 miles in. Well, the donut hole trail made me wait to see my first vista, but it sure was a good one. There's even a campsite up here you can make it to. I'm not sure the mileage here, I'll let you know in a second. Let's go check out that camp real quick. You can drive to here, so, and it is dry as far as I can see. Other than these puddles here from the rain. What a view. Yeah, the campsite up here looks lovely. Sure, you can make a hammock work. Definitely tense. Doesn't look like it's private. It's well capped. Like I said, you can drive here, so that's a warning of people popping in on you. But it's at 11.9 mile marker. So that could definitely be done on the first day. You'd have to bring water up here though, definitely. Or you drive your car up here first, leave water, and then you start the hike and have water here waiting for you because you can drive here. So that's an option. So if you're hiking this trail the same direction I am, you're going to come across this sign, and you're going to see orange blazes going up the hill, and orange blazes going kind of down the hill with this high water crossing sign. I'm not sure where that leads, and I don't know how long it takes, but I'm taking this way. Just letting you know what I'm going to do, and we'll see what it looks like. So you walk down the trail a little bit there from where I took a left, the high water crossing, and I get down to this little bridge here. It looked like it was once a disaster. We're gonna hop across there. A lot of blowdowns coming down off here. Yeah, and that trail would have sent me all the way up there. I don't know where it's gonna go. So, it's the way I'm going, like I said. Thank you to whoever fixed that. I'm sure it was a job. I'm finishing up my road walk and got to the Kettle Creek State Park lower camping area. I'm gonna turn left here and there's a parking area for the donut hole trail. And I'm gonna head up this mountain here. Still fighting off that rain. I'm up here approaching Heavener View, and it's been lovely hiking. It's been raining, but it's been nice and gentle, and this area is really neat looking, I thought. I don't know, maybe a mile and a half to camp, maybe less. Go check out this view. It's pretty up here though. I'm trying to talk myself out of camping up here. Just collect rainwater. What? I don't want to rely on that. Well, we're just crossing this bridge now. Looks like I can camp right over here. Looks like good enough place as any. Let's go find a spot. About 7 o'clock now. What's that? 10 hours of hiking. Left at 9 a.m. Pretty good day. Check my mileage. Oh, this'll work. Little fire pit here too. I don't plan on a fire, but could definitely do tents here. It looks like if we keep walking down there might be even more potential places to set up a shelter. Oh, that looks pretty over there. I decided to move it down a little bit. I like that area more. It seems more picturesque. Just a few steps away from where I rolled up on there. I'm excited about that. Rain's not letting up though, so I gotta get things under there. Good morning for day 3. I gotta find a way to get more sleep because I'm sleeping like a baby and I just want to sleep more. It's 7 a.m. and I slept all night through. But I'm ready for day 3. Let's do this. Well, that's one of those camps I could have slept till noon. Real lovely here. The sun's just starting to poke up over the hill. And we're gonna hike all the way up to a fire tower next. Camp's all cleaned up and it took longer to clean up today. The rain slowed me down. But it kind of worked with me. It stopped as I was breaking down, so now we got blue skies. Isn't that a nice way to start the day? It's about 8:45. Aiming for 15, 16 miles today. I'd like to think that I can do more. Feeling pretty good, so we'll make a run for it. It'd be nice camping in there. That's about a mile away from where I camped. Could definitely sling a hammock up in there. Pretty. And there's a camp here. There's a fire ring, nice stream. Boy, I would have pulled the extra mile and a half or whatever last night if I would have known that one. Beautiful area here. basically the same area I camped in, just a different section of it. All these hills are monsters. I'm coming up on the fire tower now. I can't wait to take a break. I took a nice break at the fire tower up there. Now I'm on my way again. And a pipeline here. Got a little bit of a view. Pennsylvania over there. Got a little road walk now before my next climb. Day's turning out beautiful too. And up the road a little ways there's a parking area. I'm gonna turn off into here. Another option to park and enjoy this lovely stream here. That's slippery. How about we don't film going across here? I'll see you on the other side. What a beautiful day I got out here. I'm gonna walk this pipeline here. It's a good half mile, I think. Get my stuff dried off up here. It's such a nice day. Nice place for a break there. I had to draw my feet out. My left foot is definitely more wet than my right foot. I stepped in some water earlier and I think it's coming back to get me. So I had to let that dry out. I've arrived at these wetlands here. According to my guide, it's one of the more unusual settings for a wetland. Usually not found in these kind of areas. Should be fun to walk by for the next mile. Beautiful day, man. Can't stop saying that. Road walking, the sun's killing me. 0.6 miles on this sucker. And it's hot out. I think we gotta be around 70. This whole place is washed out. That would have been a nice campsite there. They had a table, 2 chairs, fire ring, 3 chairs. Look at that. All washed out. I would like to thank whoever it is, whatever crew came in and sawed up all these logs, because this would be awful Have to hop over and under. Thank you so much. Now that's some blowdowns if I ever see them. Dang, I gotta go across that. At least when I roll my pant legs up because I'm close to camp. I could dive in that right now. Feels good. Another one. This one's deeper. And another time. Boy, it's been a lovely day of hiking though. A few stream crossings. I'm gonna take that away. Very nice day of hiking. I think I'm getting pretty close to a camp I want to get to. And it's just at 5 o'clock now, I think. Not bad. Well, I just came to a nice campsite. This is right where you link up with the Susquehanna Trail System. And I have to cross it again. Oh yeah. I'll take it. Well, I lucked out big time finding this shelter. This was actually the last campsite of my day that I had chosen. So I went for it. Got there pretty fast too. Made a good time today. So I got a gear explosion there, a rocking chair, hangout area. And I got my hammock and shelter set up right there. It's set up real nice. I have a nice clear night. Wanted to get that tarp set up as soon as possible because I put it away wet today. It's still quite wet. Wonder how much extra weight I was carrying all day with that. I'd like to get some of those mesh snake skins to put my tarp in. But as you walk out here tomorrow morning, I'm gonna come out here, look at stars later. It's gonna be awesome. We're not going that way, but the DHT and STS go up over a couple hills like that, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. Find out in the morning. Beautiful. Great day to be out hiking. Go from 27 degrees that first morning to this. Well, if you excuse me, I want to do a couple more chores and a whole lot of relaxing because I can't wait to relax. Man, I came out here to get water one last time for the night. This is awesome with the stars out here. I couldn't imagine it without a moon. It's beautiful, man. Just been sitting around listening to the birds chirp. That yellow curry Mountain House meal was so good. Got everything hung up. Now it's time to go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Saying goodbye to my shelter. That was a lovely stay. A great hang all night. Listening to the birds chirp into the evening. Owls hooting. Wake up to the birds chirping and flying over me. I love waking up in the woods. Pretty good start to the day. But my son did leave me, so hopefully the rain holds off. Did a weather check before I left, and there was a slight chance all day basically, but it was a very small chance, so hopefully that's on my side. Boy, after that last break I took at that footbridge back there, I've been stressing the last 2 miles. I thought I was going the wrong direction. It just seemed way longer than it should have took, and the hill was enormous. Maybe that was it. Ended up being the right way. Past that footbridge I took a break at, there's no STS markers. There's none of those mile markers you see on the STS, and the blazes look pretty old. I was just like, man, I made a mistake. Ended up coming out at the right place. Long Hollow Trail is what I was on. And now we're going to keep heading down. Now I'm heading southeast like I should be. I think I was just over stressing over it. I did look at the map several times. I was like, at the very least, I'm going to end up at a road, and I can figure out where I am and get back on the trail. So that was my backup plan, but that's not needed. And I've made it to Ted's Truss, going over Young Woman's Creek. Legend says they named this creek after a young pioneer woman that was murdered and thrown into the stream here. And legend says her ghost still haunts this area. Camp here if you dare. It actually would be a nice campsite. A lot of room there for a lot of things. Note that there is a hunting cabin right up the way there, visible from camp, and the ghost. It looks like a pretty good camp. You could park up there too. So we're across the road. You can see the road from here. So you got all that. That was by far the hardest hill I ever did in my life. According to my guide, coming up out of Morgan Hollow is one of the hardest uphills of north central PA. Just starting to level off now. And I'm gonna get some water and snacks. So I'm saying goodbye to the Susquehanna Trail System, and I'm staying on the DHT. It started to rain for a little bit, but it decided not to stay around, at least for now. I did do a quick weather check, and it very, very slight chance. So I'll take that. Still trying to catch up from getting out of Morgan Hollow. Wow, I think I took a break at every tree marker. Had another great lunch thanks to Pack of Gourmet. Curry mango chicken salad. I didn't even use it in wrap, I just ate it right out of the pouch. Oh man, it was so good. I need to re-energize there. About 5 miles to camp. Just jumping on 7 Mile Road now. Actually got to meet a couple of the DCNR workers who help maintain the trail, so I got to thank them personally. I was telling some of those blowdowns would make this trail just horrible. Really appreciate people coming out here to clean it up. I'm going to enjoy this road walk for half a mile. Boy, today was a physically draining day. I had one more huge climb I had to do. Yeah, the donut hole trail is really showing itself for what it is. I didn't do any shots for that one. This one, I didn't do any walkaway shots. I didn't have it in me. But then at the top, I was greeted with some nice flat walking, which I appreciated. And then just a little stride down here into this beautiful hollow. Going to enjoy some nice relaxed time tonight. I don't know which way I want to face my hammock. I thought I was going to face it that way, but of course I set it up wrong. I even colored the foot end orange on purpose. I even thought it through and I set it up. It will only take a second, but now I'm just thinking about, do I even care? I mean, the view's nice that way. I kind of like looking downstream though. Yeah, let's flip her. Let's flip her! Hope it don't start raining. I want to do this before my tarp. It's so much easier to put a hammock up and not ducking under your tarp. But it can't be done. I still can't get over how good that Pack of Gourmet was. Worth the extra $1 or $2. Try one of their dinners one time. That'd be good. I don't know if the microphone picks me up so well over here. Need to get one of them fancy microphones, Adventure Archive style. Love them guys. I don't care if it's supposed to be a breakfast. It's one of my favorites, and I'm loving every second of this. You know, I haven't had a chance to try these yet on this trip. Those high sodium drinks I got were excellent. I think those are making a difference for me. I want to try this tonight. I just honestly haven't been giving myself enough time to do it. But tonight I'm going to go and give this a try and see if it helps me feel better in the morning. I don't think it makes you sleepy or anything. It's just a magnesium supplement. I think that helps you recover. And I just noticed how pretty the sky is. The sun just set. Pretty nice place to have dinner. Well, this evening was amazing. I loved it. Good backcountry camping. I'm looking forward to Heiner State Park tomorrow and Heiner View. And we're camping down below that tomorrow night. I think so. That's the plan. Somewhere down below it. Should be a day of views tomorrow. Just finishing up my coffee, getting ready to hit the trail. I'm getting up earlier and earlier every day. Sleeping great too. My right foot's a little tender. I put a little Luco tape on the bottom of it, back by the heel on the bottom. See what that does, if that helps me. Right down the trail from where I camped is the P Squared Trail. It's like not even 6 miles to the Black Forest Trail from here. That's pretty cool. We're going on a donut hole this way. Just had a couple nice big climbs out of camp there. I'm walking through all this mountain laurel now. This be beautiful around June. Sun's out shining. It's gonna be a hot one today. Couldn't ask for better weather though. I'm going through a section now where they have these deer fences up to try to encourage regrowth of the forest around here. No deer allowed. Heiner Run State Park, here I come. I've been on this Yellow Blaze trail. I think it's a long Fork Hollow Trail loop. It starts in Heiner Run State Park, loops around. It joins up with the Donut Hole Trail for a bit here. Wow, it looks like rain all of a sudden. Huh. There's this episode of Seinfeld I've been thinking about for the last couple minutes where Cramer adopts a highway to take care of, and he decides to make the lanes extra big for people just to cruise around however they want. That's what this reminds me of coming into a state park. The trails are just wide lanes. You know you're getting close. This be a nice camping area up here too, right outside the state park too. I mean, it could be done. I wouldn't say I've seen like a perfect campsite yet, but sling my hammock up down here somewhere. I feel like I'm taking the interstate off a bunch of rugged back roads, coming into civilization for the first time in 5 days. From the rugged trails, the Donut Hole Trail. Soon enough, I'll be diving back into them. Just leaving Farrandsville State Park. Looks like the sky wants to rain at any moment. I want to jump on this road for a little bit before I make my climb. Nope, looks like the trail just dipped right back down into the woods here along the stream. Right along the edge of the park here. I thought I saw a roadwalk coming up. That's better than a road. Bring it on. I don't know who the heck lugged cinder blocks all the way up here, but I appreciate it. I'm gonna take a break here for a bit. Beautiful up here. I don't even care if it's misty rain. I'm loving the climb, actually. I'm loving it. Woo! Oh yeah. Boy, it's windy up there. Nice view though. It's getting cold. I had to keep moving. I got to dump out all my trash. Oh my gosh, my pack feels so much smaller now. So this section here, according to my guide, he warns of very easily getting mixed up. There's a lot of trails and it just looks easy to get mixed up in. So what I did is I, ahead of time, downloaded this map on all trails. They don't exactly have the donut hole trail on there, but you can find it. And I downloaded this 9-mile section, so I definitely don't get mixed up. So that's what I'm doing for this section here. See, I'm down at the bottom now. Well, not quite the bottom, but by Johnson Run, I think it is. Heiner Trail goes up that way. And then DHT takes a right here. Now it can be confusing because it has yellow blazes, but this is the DHT. This is an easy place to get confused. About a half a mile to my camp. I could camp here, but I'm gonna go a little further. It's still early. And then after a switchback, the orange starts again, but you can't see from down there. So again, like I said, keep your head up this part. Well, I got down off that hill. I'm not really happy with all the wind around here. It took me quite some time to find a place I was happy with to hang. I'm basically right offside the trail here. A lot of blowdowns, and it's going to be windy for a little bit. I really want a porch mode too. It's not working out the best for me, but at least I got a view. Got my raincoat strapped to the top, drying off. I might strap my socks up there too. They're pretty much dry, but all this wind will probably top it off. So this is the guide I've been using, and it's excellent, by Ben Cramer. Very detailed. Took some notes, ignore that part, but so these are the possible campsites that I picked out on the trail that I might stay at. First one I stayed at 5, second one I stayed at 20. Oh, I don't know where I stayed there. I might have stayed at 39 there. I think I made it all the way to 39 on that trip, on that day. 53 last night, and today I'm at 67. Tomorrow I'm aiming for 83. This is just some other notes. Don't worry about that. Now for my hammock, I've been using these straps. Now they come with the Dream hammock when you order it. They're to clip onto the head and foot end to pull out your hammock. So it gives you a more easier way to lay down head and feet. I actually modded it with one of these spring push things. They hold it for when I use that, so I can adjust it. But I found a better use for it actually. I loop it through, if I can do this with one finger, or one hand, hiker brain, right through my hammock there, underquilt, right through my underquilt. And then I loop it around. Let me put this down for a second. And that just clips right in there. Holds nice too. And I can adjust this to give this as much leeway as I can, or as tight as I want. So this is going to be hugging my head where I am. My underquilt's going to be doing there. And I'm going to do the same thing over at my feet end. That holds it in place nice for me. I don't pull it too tight. You know, I'll clip that to that right there. Now I don't do it too tight because I don't want to put too much stress on my underquilt, but it's been working great for me. Keeps it right where it should. I think I might actually make some smaller ones at home because they've been working out so well. That way I can use these for the hammock if I want, and I won't have all these dangles going down right there. But I thought that was pretty cool. Walked down to the stream here to grab some water. I tightened up my tarp a little bit. I realized the two pressing knots, one on each side that attached to the ridge line, really got loosened up with that wind. Wind's starting to die off now, but I got it tightened up now, and now it's sitting pretty. I'm pretty sure I picked a pretty good spot for nothing to fall on me. I like to sleep easy. There's one guy. Where was he? I think it's this guy right here. Yeah, right there, this one. I mean, it seems pretty sturdy. That thing behind it's a fallen tree. It's not broken. Yeah, but you can tell the top of it's dead. So I got dinner all done, and the wind really calmed down, and it's really nice out here. The moon's rising up over behind me, and it's just lighting the whole forest up. It's great. Yeah, I got a milestone coming tonight. I've never spent 5 nights out before, so this will be a milestone for me. And tomorrow, I have another milestone, 74 miles. I've never hiked further than 74 miles, and I'm going to hike further than that tomorrow. So, milestone days. Pretty fun. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night. See ya. Day 6. This is my rock garden I built last night. The big one is named Brocky. If you ever come by this section of the trail, stop by and say hi. So I was a little off yesterday about where I am. This isn't private land, it's a nature conserve to protect bird species. I think it said the American chestnut. So you're not allowed to camp here for a little over 8 miles. And then my guide says after that, you can camp again when you're in Sproul State Forest. But we'll talk about that once we get there. Now, I made it to the sledgehammer. I think this trail just keeps getting harder and harder. Let's go. Oh, there's a sledgehammer climb. That was a slab. Only thing I had good going for it was basically like a road. Long, almost a full mile. Still is no Morgan Hollow or that Heiner Challenge climb. I made a mistake today of I made a mistake last night of reading ahead because I had so much time at camp reading ahead of today, and it just looked like climb after climb after climb. And I'm like, it's like whenever you like feel sick and you don't know what it is, or maybe you find something on you don't know what it is, and you make the mistake of Googling it. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I've been doing pretty good, just going right in, head first, following my guide. Oh, well, it's just funny to think about. So now that I made it to the top of that first climb of the morning, I'm at this 94-mile 50K marker. This is a place of a possible shortcut. I think it's one of these lanes you take, either that one or this one. I don't know how much it cuts off, but we're not going to take shortcuts on this trip. I'm going to take a right here, head down this way on the DHT. And by the way, when you make that right turn and you're heading southwest, make sure you're heading southwest. You don't see a orange marker for quite a bit. This is the first one I came across, way down over the hill. You don't see any orange markers when you make that right turn. It's another pipeline swath that you're going on here for about, I think it's at 1.3 miles. So again, keep your head up, and there's an orange blaze down here. That's the Susquehannock River down there. Starting to get windy up here. This is where the shortcut would have came out from the sledgehammer. I came from this way over here. Wasn't that bad at all. I gotta look to see how much that shortcut would have been. I'll let you know. Let's go down. It's funny, I just read the rest of what he wrote. It would have barely 3 miles, not even 3 miles, would have cut off. And I would have missed all the nice walking up that ridge. I don't think the views would have came out great on the camera because it was through all these trees, but it was nice. I would have missed all that, according to the guide. So, like he said, came out here to do the DHT. Why not do the whole thing? More nice views coming down off here. Nice and open on this one. Haven't been able to enjoy this beautiful section that much because it's been so windy. That's all that's been on my mind. Died off for a minute there. Hoping it stays away. I don't like high winds. Pretty out here though. Beautiful day. Beautiful stream down there. It's making me thirsty. I need water. Passed my second milestone of this trip. I'm over 75 miles now. It might be 76 or so. Furthest ever hiked. Longest ever been out. Couldn't ask for a better day. Other than no more wind. Well, it's been so windy up here. I got to the top. I had to take refuge at this camp. I hate trespassing on private property, but I just needed to feel safe for a little bit. I just hung out on this porch waiting for the wind to I'm out of breath because I just went up the hill. Just waiting for the wind to die down a bit. It's just so gusty. I keep checking the weather. It's supposed to die down, but even tonight it might be a little windy. I hope that's not the case. It's really taking away the fun from it, but heck of an adventure, my goodness. I feel safe up on this road. I'm not gonna say where it was, but if you know, thank you. Whoever it was, I wanna say thank you. So let me sit there for a minute, or like an hour. So I'm a little behind schedule. That's fine, it's fine. We'll get to camp one way or another. So this is the Rattlesnake Camp. It's the only remaining building in this ghost town. The town was called Witham, if I'm pronouncing that properly. The author of my guide says that it was probably a city hall and a hotel back in the day, but now it's just a big hunting club. These are those drinks I was talking about. I think these are a game changer for me. Elemental Labs. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. They're yummy. Stay salty. How about I saw an opportunity to get some water easily there at this stream on Rattlesnake Road, and hiker brain strikes again. I took my clean water bottle, dipped it right in there without thinking. Now I got 2 dirty water bottles. Luckily I had this extra guy on me. I mean, it's no big deal, I can drink out of my Sawyer Squeeze. But I wanted to mix some drinks, you know? I had this little guy that I was sipping some bourbon out of. So, now it's my little recharge drink. I think it's better suited for that anyway. And I keep wanting to mention, because I think about it every now and again, I'm just gonna mention it now, but this mesh pouch add-on that I got there, that I made, that's a game changer as well. I got my raincoat in there, my rain kilt, my headlamp, my spoon. I don't know what else I got in there. A couple other things, thermometer and that, just some quick go-to things. And it's just easy, especially with the water filter, pop it right out. But yeah, I made this for like $6. This hollow is like a tree graveyard. There's no way I'm sitting up camp along this. I just filled up every bottle of water I can because I was thinking about camping in this hollow tonight. My guide suggested at mile 83, with all these blowdowns and with this wind, I can't be comfortable in here. Really, I don't even see a good spot. So I want to make sure I'm good on water. So if I find a spot that looks good to me, I'm gonna take it, whether there's water there or not. It's getting a little late in the day now. I can't believe I've gone this many days keeping my feet dry with all these crossings. But I'm doing it. It's such a beautiful part of the day with the sun going low. I'm walking up this hollow. Can't stop taking pictures. I gotta move. And you know what's neat? All that water we just walked by is all coming out of that little spring right there on top here. I just checked in with my wife. I informed her that I'm thinking about making a run for it tonight. That'll make for a 27-mile day. I don't know, I just haven't felt like stopping. Haven't seen anything great, and I'm getting closer and closer. I got practically a full moon coming up. I even started doing some running on the gravel road back there because it was just so easy to do. I didn't guarantee anything, but we'll see. I don't know if there's any views left on the trail, but if there is, I'll show them to you. I got protein bars packed, got some goos, all that water on me. I don't know. Sometimes I act a little nuts. Sometimes you gotta push yourself too. See what you're made of. This here's about the 86-mile marker. There could be camping done in this area. You got water, maybe some flat areas for a tent, maybe. Definitely a hammock. I'll let you know if I see a real proper campsite. Pretty streams. This trail's full of pretty streams. I must say the trail maintenance on this trail is really good. It's even marked pretty good. There's sections, especially when you're in there deep, where you gotta watch the markers. You gotta watch for them. Sometimes they're not there. But I'd say more often than not, the trail's marked well. Now, if you remember the sections I told you to keep an eye on, they are tricky. Coming off Heiner Mountain. There's a few other things that can mix you up. I'm glad I have this guide. Highly recommend the guide by Ben Cramer. Is that his name? Well, I hope it is. And it's funny, right when I was filming that, saying it's marked well, I passed up a left turn due to a tree that was falling over. Because it's an unmarked trail that keeps going down the stream. You gotta watch out, keep your head up. Don't be yakking into the camera. I didn't know I had more climbs. And there's the moon peeking up. Where you at? There you are. Little night hike, never hurt no one. As I'm making my last climb of this trail, wanted to check in. After this, it's going to be 4 miles straight down. Well, not straight down, but it's been a pretty easy hike, honestly. The trail's been marked well. And with the moon and my headlight, I've been able to navigate pretty easily. I've been going between regretting my decision and being excited about my decision to leave tonight. But I hope the descent down is pretty easy, because I want to fly down there. This last section is very muddy. My feet are no longer dry. Just to warn you, if you start on this end, a lot of mud coming up here. I don't really care because I'm going straight to the car. Now as for camps, I could have camped back there at Rattlesnake Camp, right where I accidentally dirtied my clean bottle. Right across the stream, there was a nice looking camp. Looked like you could camp there. I don't think it's private or anything, but you'd have to probably take your shoes off and or your pants up, walk across, but it looked pretty comfortable. You could have camped at 86. Tent would have been tight, small tent, hammocks, and then up there on the plateau, it looked doable for tents. And right around the vista I saw, I did see a vista. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I took a night shot of it. That would have been a neat place to hang. I thought about it. But I don't know, something about, as soon as I made the decision to go for it, it's just all I thought about, you know? And now that I'm on this last mile here, I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's a good chance if I was at camp, I'd probably still be up anyway. Probably just be going to bed now. It's about 10 o'clock. But this is going to be a milestone for me again. 27 miles in one day I'm going to do. 3 milestones on this trip. Doing a whole trail was an amazing experience. More people need to come out here and experience it. This might be the last DHT sign I see. So I'm blaring my light bright, wasted that battery. I got more. All downhill from here. Woo! I mean, with the moon out here, it's been a real nice hike along this ridge coming down. The last couple miles now. It's like having a street light above me. And this last section of trail is marked really well. They got the double blazes returns, and they're very often marked. Almost like this was meant to be. Well, let's see at the bottom. This is it. Over 6 months of planning. Nothing but thinking about the donut hole trail. Preparation. Everything worked out great. Couldn't be happier. And I just hiked 27 miles. I really hope you enjoyed the adventure, and it might help you plan your donut hole trail adventure. There's lots of side trails, lots of loops you could do around this area. I want to thank my wife for supporting me so much on this journey. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.